Welcome back everyone to Let's Play GearCity, episode number 9 of our Let's Play series. I am getting towards the end of this one, I really feel it, and we have so much content we could be going through, but oh man, it's just, I'm feeling like underwater. I didn't learn the game well enough to be able to adequately explain it to people. Anyways, thanks to the comments, we have found out where to do some of the end production stuff. So I'm going to end production officially of the EZ, which hasn't apparently been officially ended. Oh, I could also do this, I suppose, from the R&D department, just to show this stuff, because I didn't know, not design, my bad. I wanted to know where we might want to do this, so other people might want to know where to do it too. This is the TT, which we are no longer selling. Note that its rating is much worse, and I believe that that's down to the fact that it's 5 years old. Material cost is also, I mean, look at this thing, the FF is, it's remarkable, it's very good. But probably not, I mean, I think this one was 42 and 32 when it first came out. So in some senses, it's very good. It's probably also worse, I think, the rating system. Basically, it's been a moving metric. People in 1900 or 1901 don't feel the same about cars as they do in 1908. So the rating has just a general depreciation for it. The same thing, the same car will just depreciate over time, even if there's no old age factor. Nonetheless, I love that material cost. It should make us a good amount of money. So I'm going to end the production of this one. I just want to make doubly, triply sure that I did completely sell this one and we have no more in production or reserves. That looks great. Okay, so yeah, at least we're back in business. We're making a little bit of money. I'd love to look at more at contracts. I'm not even sure what we're going to end up doing this episode, but I think that there's enough. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of time to spend playing this game off camera, which is why I want to kind of get away. And by the way, we should somebody suggest this, and it's like a really good idea. I should just like double the research. Why not? We're doing great. Money is pouring in, so let's try to use the money while we can. I'll triple this one. Use this to get more ahead technologically while we have the money to do it. That should just, I mean, research is not quite, it might not be quite as imperative in this game as it is in a lot of other strategy games, but I think that there is like a general, you can do pretty well with basic stuff. I mean, at some point you'll fall behind, but I'm going to make a severe investment. Let's even go maybe even up. This will be not a doubling, but a tripling. And by the way, did I have, okay, so let's triple, let's see how this tripling works. 5, this will be 45. Oh, okay. This is a very clear indicator, by the way, that our gearbox design needs to be redone. I'm putting in a lot. Let's keep this 45,000 in mind, but if I set this to 0, we're actually losing 10.1, and that is because we don't have a design which qualifies to keep us gaining it's either gain or lose, I guess. Either you gain 0.1 or you lose 0.1 based on your design skill, your best design rating versus the design skill. So this is a very clear sign to me that we need a new gearbox. Probably the truth anyway. I still don't know where this vehicle research team monthly funding thing is, where that's actually going. I don't know what it's doing. I feel like I'm going to go up to like 20,000 with it though. I don't know. Again, I don't know what it's doing, but I assume that money's going out and it's going, something useful is being done with it, because this is a game and you don't have to deal with it. Thankfully, they don't penalize you for pouring, they don't have sliders which you can dump into thin air. Basically, there's no slider to say how much money you want to put into a garbage bag which is going to be burned. At least I hope, because a naive person like me might put money into that slider. Anyway, office, go back. So things look good in the very, very last little memo we had here. We started to miss some sales of this Phaeton, which is now going to be the main one. And we're still not quite getting it with the sedan. And I think what that's going to lead to is us changing the distribution of vehicles a little bit more. So right now we're making 272 Phaetons over here. We're making 107 sedans. 75 and 50. So I think I'm going to cut this down to 2, and I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to increase this. Huh? I missed something. I might have actually had a line open for some reason. But the New York factory upgrade is not going to happen for 23 months. And when that happens, by the way, I'll be happy because we have a lot of... Well, I mean, okay. And here's another thing we can probably do is go to our branches, and that's another thing. I mean, if we have the factory and we don't have the sales, we can try to... This is not like, you know, completely true. Or let me know how poor of a thinking this is, but I can't. I already redesigned it. Okay, fair enough. What I was thinking is we can just increase the spending for our branches, redesign them to be like bigger money sinks, but hopefully sell more vehicles. So sales resources, deals resources. I think that we'll just pump this up quite a bit. And I'll do the same to New York when we get a chance, because I don't think that one's quite where it needs to be. And honestly, the branch here is probably not big enough either. Yeah, I don't think so. Get it up to at least 3 stars. So just to pour more money into it, because that's what BLX told me to do, and so I do it. It's probably not a very good justification. St. Louis has quite a lot of people. Probably put more people into that one too. There's also another one, Cleveland. I think Cleveland is worthy of a branch now. I don't know if we'll do that much. We'll do something pretty high though, because it's almost $1 million. Sorry, it's only half. It's only $500,000. That's not quite the same thing. Okay, that's fine. Build that branch. So I'm going to lean a little bit more on the branches. We'll see if that's a disaster or not. People might even have their own opinions. That would never happen. Nobody has their own opinion here. So we'll see. I don't know if this is the right tactic. I am, you know, I should say that I'm diving through all the comments. Especially I try to soak them in about an hour before I'm going to record. I boot up the game, I bring up the comments, I go through like where is this in R&D, where is this in the auto commands, people being very helpful showing me where to like cancel the vehicles. And by the way, I guess we can simply cuff this one. TT, yeah, so we can eliminate this one altogether. Auto commands and production of the TT, yeah, so this one can go now. Now we have just the 2 vehicles, which is good. I will take a look one more time. All new car design. Go on. Go on. Ah! Did we look at this one already? I think we did. Just get to the conclusion. Magnificent. Future. Okay, yeah. I think I've read that one already. But okay, what I wanted to look at was not that, but the contracts. Just want to scan those, make sure that we have no green items, which we don't. Fair enough. Okay, so now, actually, I don't want to look at green items for just a second here. Let's go to all vehicles. My game hanging? Vehicles. Yeah. Racing vehicles probably not going to do, but army ones maybe. We got a pickup truck. 609. This is actually, well, it's not doable, and we need a new gearbox anyway. I mean, note to self. By the way, are there any gearbox? Heck. Whoa! I was gonna heck yeah, but heck no. When's it due by? In 5 months. Okay. I am very, very close to sure that we can't meet this design requirement, but it sounds like fun to like, this is what the game's about in my opinion. I love having a goal and then trying to meet it. It's a lot of fun, and then getting money for it. That's a good gameplay loop in my opinion. Let's see if any of these are like, these are all gonna be engines. No, I really want to do this gearbox one. Okay, so gearbox weight has to be 115, while the torque has to be almost 700. That seems nigh impossible, but I don't know. I haven't really checked out what we can do, so let's go ahead and design a gearbox. This thing should be the only option I have. I mean, I can add these on later, but transaxle? Decreases weight, improves performance. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're going to be going completely, 100% on everything in order to try to meet the demands. Let's see if we can do it. So let's just crank all of this the way we think it should go. Is that hurting? It is. No, maximum torque is increasing. Crazy enough when we increase dependability. I wouldn't expect that to happen personally. And we need to speed this up. So this is currently 6 months, which means it would not... We have to get this out in 5 months. 5 months. This is probably not going to happen. I mean, I guess if we cut... Oh yeah, not even if we do that. Technology? 5 months. We can get to 5 months. Okay, well there's going to be a sweet spot in here somewhere. Not that it's going to matter. I don't think we have any reasonable chance of getting to 600. Okay, so that was fun to contemplate and then realize it's not just completely impossible for us to do. I'll still pour in all that money into the research team. At least we'll be keeping the gearboxes from going down. And yes, it does mean that we really should get a new gearbox out pretty soon. I guess that's another idea. I could create gearboxes or whatever and then try to like outsource them or license them or whatever. License them out, not license somebody else's. Although it apparently is that is a way you can make money. Okay, so let's see. Are there other gearbox ones? No, surely not. But okay, now we can go back to the vehicle ones, and we can try to see what we're gonna need here. Looks like 130 is the asking torque for a lot of these. I like one that gives you a flat amount that they're willing to pay. We gotta do a pickup truck. We just gotta. And it just has to have, let's say, again, about 200. Ooh. Ooh. We almost make this. I mean, we don't, and it's due in 2 months, but... And actually, they only want to give us 1,800 for it. This is the weird thing, right? They give us... How much signing bonus? 161. That might make up for it a little bit. 57 a month, we can do that. We're not going to get it. I mean, we have a factory right in Chicago, so this would be... it would be ideal. A luxury sedan. Also, I mean, that fuel economy, though, is a killer. We didn't have that high of a fuel economy. I'm not going to look at racing contracts yet, not just because there are too many of them to really keep track of, but we can't sell a racing vehicle, a sports vehicle, for that much right now. I think that's a business which we'll pick up a little bit later. Now, I did contemplate getting into the compact car thing. That's due in 5 months, so 4 months to have the contract, so that's just not going to happen. I don't know if any of these Army contracts are going to happen either, but we know kind of what we're shooting for, right? We're shooting for, it looks like 200 torque should be overkill. All right, let's get to work. So we'll start off by designing an engine. I want to look at the engines that we have, because we have some, like 117, this is a lot of torque. I take it this is not the engine that I need for, like, what the heck was this for? And also, can we improve these? Modify? Am I on modify? If not, I shall go there. I've done that tutorial. Okay, so the latest one is you, and you're not going to be able to make changes until 1909. Fair enough. Probably it's the same with all these. Oh, this one's 1905. Okay, so this is the V4. We can get it to a 38. My goodness, that's quite a move for only significant. Go major. I mean, these are really good upgrades, it seems like. Liability goes up by a ton. I'm a little bit surprised the manufacturing requirements go up as much as they do. You would think that modifying it in the way it is, it would not really change the manufacturing requirements much. And maybe it's just a very good proportional change. Okay, so fuel economy would go up by 1, engine weight goes down by 3, torque goes up. Yeah, but I mean, we do need to design a new gearbox, which is my motivation to design a new engine that can make use of it. Because what is our gearbox situation looking like? Well, there you go. We have one. So, yeah, we don't want to upgrade this thing. Okay, so let me just design... I still think we need to design the engine first. And for that, I got to go back to the contracts, back to the vehicles, and we got to take a look at... What are we looking at here? Top speed of 14 miles per hour. 16 miles per hour. So we have something like 20 miles per hour and 200 torque. We should be good. Okay. Okay, I can actually do a gearbox first, since I know what I'm going for. This is kind of backwards, typically, but... I don't know if we need the transaxle. We can investigate that on the next screen anyway. It's a modifier right here. So, lowers the reliability, increases performance slightly, greatly increases manufacturing requirements. We'll probably leave it off. Also increases, other cost. Okay, so the goal with this one is 200. This one already starts off with 160 without us doing like anything. I do want this to be high enough, so 4 should be fine. The design has to satisfy the fact that we want it to be over like 18 difficulty, whatever that is, and 34 or 41. These are both going to satisfy. It's going to satisfy it as is. In fact, the reason why is because we haven't designed one within 5 years. I think it only looks at gearbox designs within the last 5 years. So we could even design a really crap gearbox and still be fine. Good to know. Still going to be shooting for 200 torque, although as I say that, immediately the first thing I do is start to cannibalize it. It looks like miles per gallon. Was that important? I don't know. Shifting ease. Reliability does go up. I don't know how much smoothness is important. I think I'll leave it here. Maybe drop by 1. Doesn't seem to make a big difference. Okay, we'll leave it here. Gearbox dependability. I do like dependability. But, not to the tune of too much money and all that. Pace, we'll worry about that later. I guess we'll probably try to target 8 months, 9 months, and then whatever we do here we'll have to match with the other ones. So probably the engine is the best one to do first, since that one's, I think, the most complicated. And the best one to set your baseline project duration. Anyway, okay, so torque versus fuel economy, torque versus top speed. See, I don't know what we're going to be... Let's go to pickup truck. Yeah, what will we have here? 21 HP, this would be 9.5, 34 miles per hour, so it's basically way too fast. Is that what it was? Yeah, 30 miles per hour, okay. So let's go towards fuel economy. Oh, that's the wrong way. Okay, we can do it this way. Go towards torque. I should have gotten a better feel. I didn't see any above like 160, right? So we might not actually need all of this. Like maybe 190 is fine. But fuel economy, I think we want to... Oh, wow, that drops it by tons. Okay, well, 177 looks okay. What are we looking at? 8 months. We haven't even adjusted these. I'd like to reduce this if it doesn't change things too much. It doesn't. Not too much. Yeah, I'll leave it right there even. So that this is easier to manufacture. Technology. Doesn't seem to have a terrible impact either. That's good. Component quality. I assume that this one does. Yeah, it does have a pretty significant impact. Money is dropping though. So what if I go up here, but then down on that one? Does it make sense? 253. So we're down to 253. I think this is good. I kind of like where we're sitting here. Maybe more on the fuel economy side. Oh, that performance, it just changed color. It scared me. No, but I think we're going to go with fuel economy. We're going to push very heavily on that because I just don't know what the necessary rating for that is. And I feel like top speed-wise, we're going to be okay. So they're now guessing 27 meals per hour. And still 8.5, which is terrible. It's probably mostly going to deal with the engine, though. They're basing this on a 3.2 liter i3 with 21 horsepower and 110 torque. So that means that we can use an engine which is not as good as this and get better fuel consumption. Alright, so looking at it the way it is, can I bring up the contracts? I think I can. Over on the right without ruining this. I think I've done this before. Okay, Belgium Army wants 11 miles per hour. They actually don't have any requirement. And this is just the maximum torque I can take. The actual torque that we're going to have is generated by the engine. But 2130. Even if I can't actually send off for any of these, we just want to get a good baseline for future Army contracts, which we will have a vehicle ready for. Yeah, 143, 15 miles per hour. I'm not seeing anything with torque. 60 miles per hour maybe, with torque higher than like 150. Have I seen anything higher than 150? 146 is the max. I can just do military. That'll really save my time here. Okay, 120, 130, 150, 40. Yep, 150 is the highest, so 170 is going to be just fine. The only thing we could do is if we wanted, try to reduce the weight. Increase the durability would also be, or dependability would be good. It kind of looks okay though. I don't want to over optimize. Let's just say that this is what we're going to do. Last thing is completion date. I guess what I should do is once again go back over here. Boy, I'm sick of clicking over there. I'm actually only sick of it because I'm sure you guys are sick of seeing it. Let's see if there's any contracts we would actually try to meet. If I say 8 months, we still have to add like another 9 months on for the vehicle to be like reasonable about the cost for designing it. So basically we're looking to see if anything is at the end of 1909 or preferably 1910. And if nothing is there, which nothing has been so far, then we're just going to design this in a vacuum. Okay, 310. Let's shoot for 210 then. So if I get this in time for, let's say I want 11 months to design my vehicle to give myself a little bit of cushion. First let's check and see if there's anything else. Yeah, no. So this is the only one I think I can try to meet. And this is a van. Oh, you got me, Switzerland. Everybody else is like, give us a pickup truck. Give us a pickup truck. Switzerland's like, yeah, we'd like a van. Actually, we'd only like a van for the one that we have a con. This is so weird. I don't even want to submit to the variable price ones because I find that they don't work out. So we can't meet the requirements for anything here, which means we can just kind of design in a vacuum, not really caring about total time, which means I'm going to do 9 months to keep the cost down. So development pace will go a little bit slower. The thing is, it's a $15,000 difference total for 1 month quicker. And then this would be done on 3/1909. Now, that means I could still definitely make a 3/1910 contract. We can't obviously for this, but I mean, if future contracts arise with that early of a date, we'd be able to meet it. No, I mean, I guess it just doesn't make sense. I know that, yeah. Okay, let's just do 9. Or even 10? No, let's do 9. Okay, we'll do this. We're gonna design it. So this thing has 170. That's good. Did we make a dent on the fuel economy? No, we didn't. But that's probably mostly on the engine anyway. Okay, design it. Build it. We will call it the. What was the other one called? NSYNC called NSYNC or whatever, 4. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I also apparently killed the audio. Well, hopefully that boots itself back up, but had a coughing attack. I still don't know whether I'm using NSYNC or NSYN. I think I was using NSYN. I'm going to call it the NSYNC 4. Just be an evolution of the naming system with the times. You know, it's a technological development to add that 4th character. I could do like an RGT, R something like this, maybe. Or maybe just RT for rear, reverse, and transaxle. This one doesn't have the transaxle. Is there any reason why? No, I'm pretty sure we don't. I mean, we may not even... Do they need a reverse gear? They might need it. So I assume the military wants a reverse gear. I would assume would want that. Let's leave it like this. Build. Let's go to my view my gearboxes. Did I get it right? I did. It was in sync. And I kept the R. Perfect. That's great. That's an overall 38. Sounds good to me. This is from 1900. Yeah. So then that means for actually a few years now we haven't had a gearbox. So the tech rating has been barely staying even. Okay, fair enough. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Just like that, we're getting 25 per quarter without doing anything. But let's set it back. What was it, 45,000? I mean, it's crazy. I don't even need that much anymore. Probably should check this. Now we're still doing fine there. So what was that, 40,000, 30,000, 50,000? Chassis kind of looks fun. I think that is one of the more important ones besides engine and gearbox. You know, it's at least the 3rd most important, tongue-in-cheek. Yeah, actually, I should just pay attention. What is skill rating? 30 is what we'll need. Year is, we're like way off on the year for all of these. So in fact, current skill is 20. Yeah, I'll cut back down to 40 on this. 0.5. So we'll gain a point every 2 months. That seems like maybe too high. Oh, actually, that means we're going to get the 4-wheel drive very quickly. But the year is going to be the limiter for a lot of these things. So let's just try to target... I'm going to cut this down a little bit more. I would like to target having the Air by 1915, which is like... It's just like almost impossible not to do if we keep our... we could accomplish it if we just have our design skill going up by 0.25 with 0 funding. So I say that, and I have a hard time not reacting to the information I just announced because it's part of my brain. I guess what we could be doing is like treating this as a fixed amount, and then sliding this back slides the vehicle research up. Anyway, I'm not going to bog down. Let's keep going. So we have our design, which I hope I can view this while we design something else, which in this case should be the engine. Great. Yeah, so this is one of the questions, actually. We don't know what engine to choose, and the problem is the game sometimes has contracts which are specific. I've even seen Steam. You only know that because the fuel type is water. They want water for their fuel type, so it's Steam. Well, we can play with these later, but let's just start with the V, because I'm kind of partial to it. A V4, perhaps. I don't know like what fuel type they're going to want, but we'll just guess. I don't remember which one of these is better. I guess we can take a look. This one has better reliability, better RPM, better smoothness. Cost is a little bit worse, but I think that this is still going to be the best one. Weight is a little bit worse, but the fuel, oh yeah, I think we're going to go with the F valve. Shoot. Well, this is probably another one of those things that we'll end up looking at more in detail when we have the design all up. So, oops, I didn't actually want to. reduce the window size, although, yeah, actually, I guess we can do that. I'm going to put this kind of down here. All right, so for pickup truck with the, that gearbox, and we'll select a generic chassis for now. We'll kind of have an idea of what this engine's going to be able to produce. And my contract window disappeared. That's unfortunate. All right, we're starting off with the V4. What we are targeting, let's go back to the idea of the contract, which is we want to get around 150 or more torque. We're not currently hitting that. Now we are. I don't know what the size requirements were, if anything. I should probably bring it up, but for the moment, let's just, I think this is actually a good sign. Now, let's bring it up. Let's get an idea of what we're looking at here. Okay, so we're looking at 120 and 14 miles an hour. 150, okay, so 150 is basically the only requirement, and 50 miles per hour is something we'll need to match with the chassis. So 150, and we made one for like 170. Okay, so we'd like to do a little bit over. We'd like to overperform a little bit because I would like to win the contract. We're going to increase fuel economy because I feel like that's important. This is now, this is pretty good. Do we have any fuel economy? They don't have any fuel economy ratings for this. I guess it's just not important. So it's not that big of a, and what, the military is going to care about fuel economy? Not back in 1908, I hope. So we'll reduce that right back down. This is the default. I might just leave it there. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Torque, we're looking good. We can get 170 though. Man, that increases the cost of this engine a ton. Looks like we're at a sweet spot. The next jump is 6. It's crazy. That one's a jump of 5, 6. Okay. I would like... I think I would like this. So this is at a higher RPM, so it's basically, I think, impacting our top speed. This is the way I'm viewing it. Power is 34 HP at this particular RPM, which is pretty high. This torque we're max torque. That means our acceleration is better earlier on. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. Okay, I can't. So the power is actually a function of the RPM as well. But I'm thinking that this is like the peak HP per RPM, so to speak. Or basically the peak torque. Now, why would that not be that then? I'm not sure. Maybe that's the red line for the engine? Not really sure what these two are supposed to be telling me. And I'm sure that we'll get several people in the comments mentioning what their thoughts on it. Weight always seems like a fair thing to reduce. Doesn't seem like it's too expensive. It will increase power. All right. Yeah. And it's only increasing the cost a little bit, so let's do that. Jump that down a little bit. We can also verify that this is the best. Way worse. Power. Way worse. Yeah, so it is the F. We can also look at the Supercharger. Oh my gosh. How much more expensive? $434. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that is expensive. It actually has better fuel economy, though, but I think I'd rather... You know what? I think I'd rather take the hit on the fuel economy here than take such a massive jump. Okay, then we can reduce the parts quality and all that since... I mean, I guess I should at least have 160 on this thing because we And we need to make sure we also get the max speed. So it'll be fun to check where we're sitting with regards to all that in a moment. Technology. I assume that this technology increases something like. Yeah, reliability does go down with this, so we can. But smoothness goes up, design requirements go up. Yeah, that takes a while for the reliability to drop. So I think I'll just cut this down a little bit just because I think it's nice to do that. Save a little bit of money. How much money is it saving? Yeah, this is still, again, kind of around where the other ones are. Saving us like 4 a pop. We'll leave it here. Focus on performance. Yeah, again, I would like the better, but not if it comes at the cost of jumping up by 7, 6, 5, 5, 6. Yeah, this is expensive. Fuel economy, I don't really see any reason to do it. Doesn't really save you that much money though, so we'll just drop it a couple points. Dependability. Again, I don't know what the impact of that will be. It doesn't save us that much money. Just increases the reliability or not. And then we want this in 9 months, which we're already set at. Can we drop it a little bit? Can. Okay. So this is where what we're looking at right now. 164, 34. I haven't adjusted the length or width at all. Will that affect the engine weight? Oh my gosh, by a ton. And it's not much more expensive. Yeah, we'll do that. Just make it smaller. Not that we need a smaller size. We don't need the smaller size because why? We need a truck. Yeah, a pickup truck is going to be a big truck, so it doesn't really need to be that small of an engine. That's my justification. Just want to make sure that we're kind of like at the sweet spot for this. There is kind of a sweet spot. Yeah, you can see that it drops at the end. It goes 37 for a while. I think we're here. I already forgot. Yeah, I think we're here. I mean, this looks okay to me. It's barely longer than it is wide. That's fine. Fuel economy in the end is just over 11. That still seems okay. Let's actually take a look at what the requirements are for a vehicle like this anyway. Dependability is extremely important, so going to make some changes here. Going to go with dependability a lot more. We will depend on dependability. $53. Okay, is there other dependability things? Probably the material quality and the component quality, but those are pretty expensive. We are still at 9 months, which is good. All this is fine. I think we're looking okay. It's just dependability which we've changed. How about right here? 443, we'll leave it here. That's a bit of a boost. And the dependability is already pretty good. Cargo is not good, but that's whatever. That's dependent on the chassis, which we haven't picked yet, so that's... Oh god, the power! The power! The performance! Okay, power. God, I just feel like this is good, but... Alright. Alright, we're cranking up the power. How much has this had an impact? The power hasn't moved at all. The power is not moving. Okay, well, let's focus on this. Huh. I am at a loss. Okie dokie. Well, we could do it. I guess we could. I don't like the idea. It's pretty expensive. We might be able to shave off in other areas, though. Let's take a look at this. Power's still 1 star. You know what? Maybe we just should drop this power requirement. I mean, we got it up to 196 torque, and they're still telling us, no, I'm sorry, that's not good enough. Okay, let's increase this, and then start dropping the other things, which should save us money. I like this idea. Power's down to 40, but that's still higher than it was, and we have better fuel economy. Probably go 1 up from this. Down on this. 509, 508. Has a pretty big impact. So no, I won't do that. Take the weight down a little bit more. Okay, I'll take it down to here. We can probably cut back on the torque. I don't want to really cut back more than that. I don't really want to increase the fuel economy more. I think it's fine. Revolutions, I guess I can take it back. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'd rather affect the performance here. Yeah, this is a good idea to take it out here. Okay, good. I think this is going to be a very, very solid engine. 75,000, I guess we're willing to pay that. Fuel economy, take it down a little bit. Dependability is high. All right, we're there. I'm not going to mess around with it anymore. I think that my nature would be to look at this for probably another 10 minutes, but let's not do that. Let's call this done. This is going to be, hopefully good enough. Hopefully it's good enough. That's my main thing. 37, I mean, this could be a beast of an engine. And it's under 500, so it's practically the cost of my entire Phaeton that's going to market right now. Oh, I hope it'll be all right. V4. What's the base stats here? We're looking at 30 HP and 11 MPG. I think that's the system I was using. Okay, now to design our chassis, the question I have is, do we need to design a chassis? Can I look at the chassis we have? Are these chassis like okay to put for a truck? What's the limitation here? No, yeah, none of these are going to work because I think the engine's too big. All right, can I see what I just made for an engine? Oh, I had the dash in there. I don't know why I have the dash in there. I normally don't put the V8. I don't know why. I was crazy. It was crazy talk thinking this one. Can I rename it? Where's that lovely rename button? Anyway, V4 38 is looking good. Wow, 117. So the length and width dimensions 800. Okay, good. So we need a new chassis. Let's design it. I think we're going to go with ladder frame at this point. No, wait. Which one's... Yeah, ladder frame is newer, but my god, the weight is terrible. Oh well, it's going to be very effective, and I guess that's good because we need the durability. Durability is so important on trucks. It's not even a consideration. Okay, so we're looking for pickup truck. So wheel drive. We need durability very, very high. We also need power, but I need durability very, very high. Okay, so rear wheel drive is rear engine rear wheel drive. No, heck no. Front engine rear wheel drive has nice high durability. The weight on this is just much better. Oh, it could be both. I like this one, has very low costs, great durability and reliability. Great durability and reliability. You're not helping. My gut feeling tells me to go with the front wheel drive. It's bad for keeping traction while accelerating, nor is it good at increasing traction while braking. Poor handling characteristics around corners. I actually could not care less about handling of this thing. It's a lightweight design. Probably not necessary for it to be lightweight. Easy mass production, I like that. This one is even easier mass production, apparently. And it won't give our engineers higher margins. You know what? I think I'm going to go with this, because although I am in my head still designing this for the military, it's not just the military we're interested in. I think that the durability is just going to be the most important factor here, which is going to leave us to do, unfortunately, something probably like the leaf spring for both. Yeah, I know the comfort's not going to be great, but man, these other options are just poopy. So leaf springs it is. Okay, so we have the ladder, FF. What was my naming convention? Oh, is it here? Okay, yeah. Oh, I went both ways with it, but let's stick with the later one, which is the way it appears. Ladder, FF, leaf. Which we have. Ladder, FF? We don't have a ladder, FF, leaf. Okay, look at that. We'll make it the A. So this will be the ladder, FF, leaf, A. Alright, let's make sure that this fits our engine. That's priority number 1. And yeah, look at that. The cost of that engine is actually cheaper than the other V4 we made, because it gets like way worse miles per gallon. But it is a lot faster. It is also like a lot bigger. Well, that explains why we need to design new chassis for it. Alright, get wider, get longer. It fits. It fits, okay. We can also bump this up by 1. It's like makes me feel good to bump it up by 1. Or maybe I can bump this down a couple. So it does decrease the weight. Now, we're not going any more on that, and then we're going to go there. There we go. Okay, that works. We're set on those things. We can reduce the height. What does this matter again? This will increase the thickness, improve strength, but increase weight. I think that we should go with higher height here, because I want high strength. I basically want high dependability. Won't go crazy, but we'll increase it just a smidge. Frame weight, again, I think we're going to go with heavier weight. Performance and economy versus reducing weight. No. Reducing weight increases costs, complexity, and reduce. Yeah, so I think we're going to increase the weight. Yeah, that's good. Takes the price down a little bit. We basically want this thing stronger anyway. Stability, free versus steady. I'm not really sure what we want to do here. We set the side to stable. The vehicle will have neutral. I think it's fine. Just leave it right in the middle. I don't really have a preference there. Ride comfort, we're kind of indifferent. Sorry, military folks. I don't think that this is a high requirement, by the way. We can actually design this thing with the exactly what we're going for. Okay, so it fits. We got this. So as is right now, we would have a relatively dependable. I'm designing the wrong thing. There we go. We'd have a very relatively, and look at the cargo space on that too. Awesome. Hey, you know what? We're actually doing okay, and we should just make sure that, but power is as high as we're going to be able to get it. And a good thing we didn't focus on fuel. It's not that important. I think we're kind of doing the best we can with this. Could definitely increase the cargo more. But that's also going to require design of the actual vehicle. Chassis is not going to, ultimately, you got to pick vehicle with more cargo or not. We can save a little bit of money by dropping this. Of course, saving money equal good. Bendability's down to 63. That's still pretty dependable. And if there's a design dependability thing, we can increase that. Kind of arbitrarily win back some points. Development pace. What do we want this at? 9 months, which it's at. Okay, so we're going to leave it there. Design strength. I don't know. What is the effect of this besides... I mean, strength is one thing, but really dependability is more important to me. Doesn't seem to have a huge impact. So I'm going to set this a little bit lower then. So maybe squeaky, squeaky. It doesn't have that much of an impact on the money, so it's also not that bad. Project cost is only going to be 40,000 for this. Looks pretty good. Oh my gosh, we're over 50 minutes. Do I dare try to mess with this? I don't mind doing that. I don't know why. Just, I'm fine with it. And durability, yeah, this one has to go up. Okay, we're at 72 now. Prototype this. I think we're doing okay. I feel it that it might be okay. Did cargo go down with it? What happened? Did it take like another random design and this one happened to have a smaller... Okay, well anyways, we're going to leave it where it is. So this is once again going to be the ladder FF Leaf A. And we're still at 9 months, right? Because I did make some adjustments. 9 months. Good. Okay. Ladder FF Leaf A. Build. Alright, that's going to conclude this episode where we didn't even advance a single month. Well, let's fix that. Let's at least advance one single month. Okay, so we undersold a little bit of the FF, but we oversold a little bit of the EZ, but we also changed the factory distribution. I think we've changed the factory distribution. And let's go over to Chicago. Okay, let's just end one turn. I don't know if we should or not. I probably should have thought about it more, but see, oh my gosh. Yeah, the sedan is just tanking. Missed sales. I love seeing the missed sales from the FF. So what we need to do is leave this screen. No, you know what? 53 minutes, fine. We're going another minute. I want to make these changes before I forget. I want to increase the price of this. Let's go to 2150. It's maybe a little bit bold, but let's do that. Yikes, we have to drop this? No. What we need to do, I think this is just crazy not to do, is we need to drop this back down, and we need to produce more of it. Quickly, we're looking at branches. Let's see where the sedan is not selling. It is selling well in Chicago. Is it selling well in New York? This is basically the only question I want to ask. 38 in New York versus 34 in Chicago. So I think we need to take the sedan down in Chicago then. All right, let's go for it. Seems risky. And we did adjust the price a little bit. We bumped up the price of the FF, the Phaeton, Fa Eternity, but only a little bit, only by 70. And sedan's sitting there. Okay, but let's see what happens. Okay, it worked. And we still missed sales from the Phaeton. Okay, we're moving in the right direction. Good. Let's leave it here then. So what looks like what we can do is probably increase the price of the Phaeton a lot, and that is going to make so much money. Oh man, we're missing out on a lot of money we can be making. Oh, that's awesome. And hey, you know what? If we're not making that much profit off the sedan, fine. I will raise the price and just leave the production low. We'll put all those production points into Phaetons, which are going to make me a ton of money. Fair enough. Until the next episode, thanks for watching. Stay safe and take care.